Hi there, my sewing friends. This is Friday Sews. I'm Jen, and this is not my sewing room, but you know, it's always nice to come out onto the lanai and just relax and enjoy the day. It's been raining all day here today, so I always like to come out here when it rains because it means that I can sit in the rain without getting wet. Love that. I don't really have anything to tell you in terms of completed things with regard to sewing, and this was just a really busy week. For one thing, Monday was Memorial Day, when we all remember our fallen soldiers in the U.S., and so I have my daughter here, and she'd been going through an existential crisis, so got her through that and got her on a good path, which, you know, I always like being able to do that as a mom. And then I had company for a couple of days. So wonderful visit with some family, and I'm always glad when I get the chance to do that. It's just, I love being with them. So other than that, no, that's it on the sewing front. Nothing got done on the sewing front, except that I have a wonderful friend named Sibyll who was so kind to send me some patterns. She was just clearing out her stash and she said, "Hey, can I send you some? What would you like?" I said, "I will always take your unwanted patterns, always." So I'll show you those in a second, and then I also got some fabrics. So let me just show you real quick what the fabrics were. Joann's was having a sale, I think 30% more off of the clearance that they already had marked down. So I went through just kind of a cursory glance through, but I found a couple of things that I had seen on clearance before, but they were too rich for my blood. So I picked them up. These are Tencel Twill, and oh, they just feel like butter. They are wonderful. This one's like a dusty rose color, and I just got whatever they had left. I think there were 2 yards of this one. It's a little bit, well, it's very soft, but it's, I don't know that I would call it a bottom weight, but you could certainly make a drapey skirt or a pair of pants out of it, and it would be good for that. You know, a nice dress would be great too, but it's not tissuey, and it's not the weight of, say, a quilting cotton. It's got a little more weight to it than that, but I just think it's beautiful. I love Tencel. I think that it's one of those rayon kind of, what is it, a substrate, fabric, I don't know, a material thing that they make stuff out of, you know, because they make stuff out of things. Anyway, it's just really nice, and you can see what a beautiful color it has. So got that, a couple of yards of that, and then they also have the same thing in like a dusty blue. But I don't know, it's kind of a muted blue. Well, it's blue, and that's all I care about because I love blue. But again, that beautiful twill weight. Kind of lightweight for a bottom weight, but still got some substance to it. But boy, this drape, oh, that Tencel just behaves just like rayon. I love it. Viscose. Gotta call it what it is. You know, I always go to Walmart. When I'm there, I always look through all of the end cut fabrics, and I found this. I loved the color. It jumped out at me. I haven't had great luck with those fabrics lately. This is 4 yards for $4. Let's see, get my hand out of the way there. And I'm going to open it up and just see what we have here. It's a knit, very lightweight, feels like a poly lycra or a cotton lycra, but you can tell it's got that. It's very lightweight, but it curls on the ends. I don't know if you can even see that. You can see where it's curling. Yeah, so very stretchy. Let's see, we've got stretch, crosswise stretch in length. Oh, so 4-way stretch. Oh, I can never resist this color. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. So just a nice knit and 4 yards. I have ideas about this. I have a couple of Marcy Tilton patterns that I've been looking for some knit for, and I really wasn't interested so much in a solid, but I could be convinced with this. So that's the fabric that I bought this week. I think that the Tencel was about $6 a yard with the discount. That's actually more than I like to pay for clearance fabric, but it's just so pretty and it's nice fabric, so I'll take it. So those are going to go into the wash, and let me show you these patterns. I'll just go through them. I could have put it together numerically, and these are all vintage. Nothing is really new. There was one that I saw that I know I've seen recently, but yeah, I'll just show you. First one is from Past Patterns. It is the 1926 slip-on evening dress. That just looked kind of interesting to me. You know, this is from the historical pattern company dedicated to accuracy. So this is actually true to 1926, and yeah, boy, I think that's got all kinds of potential. Style 2255 is, you know, I didn't even look for dates on these. I don't think Style really has dates. Let me see if I can find any. Oh no, 1992. This is just a formal dress, like a wedding dress or a bridesmaid's dress or a prom dress. Take your pick. I love that pink on there. But you know, these kinds of dresses I always take and keep, because I never know how many weddings or proms or, you know, any number of those kinds of events are going to be in my future where I need to make a dress like this. So this is just a really pretty dropped waist dress. It's got that basque waist that comes kind of down to a point in the center. It's a little lower, sits kind of on your hips. So I just thought that was really pretty. McCall's 2646 is a dress from 1986. I really like all the shearing here. Now, of course, you know, you got shoulder pads going on, but I still think that those can be accounted for when you make something back from in that era. This is, I believe it's Brooke Shields, isn't it? Is that Brooke Shields? Yes, it is. Look at that. Oh, Brooke Shields in the hair. It's interesting hair, isn't it? So, yeah, not much on the line drawings on the back, but yeah, I liked that one. Butterick 4338 is from 1996, and it's just formal wear. Once again, never know when you're going to need it. Dropped waist with a bit of a curve to it. So it's kind of down on top of the hips. Very pretty. Lots of neckline options with this sleeve thing. It's very off the shoulder, but you can do it with a bit of a cuffed sleeve. Kind of pretty. Simplicity 4875 is from, I should have looked at these dates ahead of time. Sorry about that. 2004. And this is, again, just formal wear. You get a little stole. Pretty dresses. I like that little capelet stole thing. That's just really pretty. Yeah. Lots of options. Are those shoulders tight? Yeah, you can put little bows on the shoulder, or you can do like a little, I don't know, what is that called? It's not a cold shoulder really, but it's just like a little sleeve that's dropped off the edge like that. Butterick 6541 is from 1992, and it's just workout wear. Yeah, get your Jane Fonda on. I think any of these can be adapted to today. I mean, you could make bathing suits out of the leotards, is what I would call them, or sports bras or leggings. I mean, take your pick. You really have all kinds of options here. This is unitard, leotard top and briefs, leggings, and headbands. You can get headbands. These briefs, whew, high cut on the legs. Oh my goodness. Well, you can tell on this one. Wait, is that so early 90s or what? Yep. Yep, but, you know, really a lot of good options there in terms of, you know, workout wear. Burda 7054 it's Burda Young. Burda always has something interesting going on, don't they? Just the shape of this dress. It's a cute little sundress, but look, you can just do all kinds of things. You can do a top, you can do just a little spaghetti strap, thin strapped sundress. You can do this one that's got the interesting darts and then the yoke, little band at the bottom of the skirt, or you can do an underskirt. I think it's an underskirt. I don't know, it might just be a band. I look at these and then I have no idea what I'm talking about. In fact, I did a pattern haul recently. It was Vogue patterns that I got, and it called for lining, and I thought, oh, it's lining the bodice. It was for the pockets. Duh, Jen. You can't really line a whole dress with a half a yard of fabric anyway. Stitch and Save by McCall 7757 is an easy dress. I love these kinds of dresses. I really do. And this is a very, very current style in that if you look at the line drawings, it's got just, the princess seams coming down and then the gathering in the center. I just really like that. I think it's really cute. Especially this one with the little kind of buttoned belt there, half belt. I just really like that. It's really pretty. Simplicity 7792 is from, gosh, these Simplicity patterns are always so hard to find the date on. 1997. We're almost into the 21st century. Pretty dresses. Yeah, that's about it. Zip up the back, all kinds of sleeves. Pretty dresses. Yep, there you go. This one has pleats coming out of the waist. That waist looks like it's raised up a little bit instead of sitting down so low. So, yeah. McCall 7827 is a New York, the collection, New York, New York. It looks very 1920s, actually, maybe early 30s. It's from 1995. I wonder what was on TV back then, to inspire this kind of a design. You've got all kinds of options there. Yeah. Interesting. So interesting, isn't it? Boy, that is one wide neckline that comes down, and it's got the collars, the two, or a lapel. But boy, it's a nice, beautiful, rounded neckline. This is the one that I thought looked fairly recent, actually. I'll check the date, but it's McCall 7898. It's a Nicole Miller. Such a pretty dress. This is from, this is from 2019. I wonder if this is still in the catalogs. I'll have to check and let you know, but wow, such a gorgeous dress with all those flounces and the cold shoulder sleeves and that deep V neckline in the front. Oh, beautiful, beautiful dress. It's a better look at the shape of it. Gorgeous, gorgeous dress. And this, I guess you're supposed to make this out of crepe de chine and crepe and then chiffon, georgette, and shears for the overlay. So I guess it's a dress with an overlay. Beautiful. McCall's 8673 is from 1997. This is so indicative of 1997. With the little jacket, the big, really long dress, really midi to almost maxi length, with the gathered empire waist, all kinds of options. Of course, I like this one because it looks a little bit sailor-ish. Yeah, just so many things. Now, see, what I would do with this is cut it shorter. You cut this off shorter, and I'll tell you what, let me show you. See how cute that is, short? And you could even put a little ruffle or a flounce on the bottom, like even a little bit shorter. Very cute. Lots of potential with this. I don't ever like those little cropped jackets that this has. But, you know, okay, then you could take this pattern and use it as a shirt. You could do that. Make a blouse. Let's see. Simplicity 9154 is from, okay, this doesn't have a date on it. Boy, Simplicity, Why do you make this so hard? I have no idea. Oh, 1994. It's like you never know if they're going to put it here or along here. Sorry, I complain too much. This is just a pretty dress from 1994. Very, very indicative of the time. And of course, this is the time period that I absolutely adore. I love these kinds of dresses. I wore them all the time. I would wear them again. So pretty. Full skirts, that basque waist. Yeah, okay, I'm going on and on, aren't I? Simplicity 9447 is from 1995, now that I know where to look. It is a skirt, a pair of cropped wide leg pants, and a top. Looks like, and it's elasticized waists on the skirt and the pants, and it looks like they have pockets. There we go. Looks so comfy. The waist on both the pants and the skirt, you can tell, is like 3 rows of elastic. So it's almost like it's sheared, but not quite. Yeah, looks comfy. Really comfy. Boy, that just looks like, oh, I'm so comfortable. I'm comfortable looking at it. The last one is McCall's 9481, and this is Nolan Miller's Dynasty series collection for Joan Collins. Ooh, my. This is from 1985, and boy, look at her hair and that outfit. Of course, you know, I looked at this dress, and that's what I loved. Once again, shoulder pads, but you know what? You wouldn't have to put them in. You could probably just put a little bit of extra, you know, some kind of an interfacing in the top of the sleeve, and you'd be all right. Wow, those sleeves, those are Princess Diana sleeves. I love the pleats coming off the neckline and down into the waist, and the pleats on the sleeve, just so pretty. This is just such a nice, flattering look. I just love it. Boy, she's something, isn't she? Look at her. Tiny little waist for a woman in her, which was probably, certainly, her 40s, if not her 50s. Wow. That's all the patterns. So that's all the sewing-ish stuff, life things this week. I'm going to be sewing. I'm heading in there right now, and well, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go edit video. And I haven't watched any Friday sews this week. Most of them came out today because today is Friday. But I'm looking forward to getting back into my sewing room and creating. I just want to create. I want to sew. I have right now a Laura Ashley thrifted dress from probably the 1980s. That is a little bit too small, and so what I did, it has a button front, so I cut it off so that I can make it shorter, because it does need to be shorter. But I took some of that fabric, and I'm going to put an extra flap under the button front, under the side with the buttonholes, and then I can put the buttons on that side, and just enough to give me a little bit extra right there to be able to button it down the front, and I think that's going to work. And then my orange dress, I just need to put the bottom band on it, the hem band, and it'll be done. And I just haven't done it yet. Haven't had time. I've had all kinds of other things going on. So those are my plans. I do have another 8640 to cut out and put together out of Hawaiian fabric, so that's coming up. You know, one thing I did do last week was I went through and pulled out a lot of UFOs, and I thought, these need some attention. You know, it would be good to clear out a lot of this stuff, because a lot of what I did last week was this past week was organize and clear out and clean up and get ready for company. And whenever I do that, it's so funny, I don't clean as much as I redecorate. It's like, oh my gosh, people are coming. I need to landscape the yard. I need to, you know, paint the room and stuff like that. Anyway, so those are my plans coming into this week. And hopefully I'll get quite a bit of sewing done next week. Anyway, have a great weekend, and let me know what you're up to. And don't forget to check out all of the hashtag Friday Sewers, because they're always so wonderful to watch. You can fill a whole day with just nothing but catching up with people, their lives and their sewing, and enjoying them as people, enjoying their personalities in general. So as always with Friday Sews, if you'd like to see the playlist of all my Friday Sews, then just have a look right here. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.